What I want to let you know for my Facebook audience is that I'm zoomed in on surfing and all the activity out here, and you'll be able to see it later. Some of my content I narrate, some of it I just show the visuals and let you hear the sound around here. We're expecting about 20 million guests here this year. So there will be flat earth meetups all over the place, all over the face of the stationary earth. It's just that a lot of people don't know it. We're all flat earthers, living on a mostly flat earth. We do have mountains above and below sea level. Apparently Mount Everest is 5.49 miles tall. Zoomed in tight on a pelican. When I drop the camera down, there will be water in between us. Laws of perspective. Joe Rogan and a couple of his guests were beating up on Johnny Bravo. Hey Johnny, I respect what you're doing, man. I hope you see this. Laws of perspective. Can't see through the wave. Not these. Not at this angle. I mean, you can see through some water on surfing videos and photos. I get that. I'm just saying the way that the angle of the view and the reflection with the sun, there's a lot of distortion in what we can see. Now, a lot of people's argument with gravity, oh, you don't believe in gravity? Oh, you're stupid. Here, go jump off a balcony. Well, here's the reality of that. There's up and down in buoyancy, differences in density and mass. Heavier than falls, lighter than floats. Show me the magical force causing water to stick to a spinning ball. Anybody? Anywhere? Doesn't happen with tennis balls on the beach, sponge balls with the different videos that show that reality. The slow-mo, the guy's showing the slow motion. Here, I'm going to show you moving sand coming in off of the beach. Higher is drier, lower is wetter, all over the face of the stationary earth. That's the way it actually is. Reality is for those that have had enough science fiction. I'll take this bad boy out for another run. It'll roll really fast. Oh, there we've got dual surfing. That's cool. I've got that couple out down at the point. It was probably a 35-degree day. They were all suited up on that. So watch this. It'll look really different zoomed in for the live audience now. So even though there's a lot of movement in the water and it's floating the inflatable clear globe, The water doesn't conform to a round shape. And if you're defending the globe because you've got some alternative lifestyle, maybe you haven't figured out what your gender actually is that hate speech? Well, it's a perversion. As in the days of Noah, so would it be towards the end of time as we know it. The whole transpocalypse, the transgender, it ain't right. I'm telling you, it just ain't right. It's not God's design, and there's a corruption of humanity by the fallen angels. It's what's going on. You may not agree with that. Oh well, I got to get my globe. It's going out to sea. It'll keep on doing that. I'm going to have to catch it while I can, because it'll end up floating out there. And I got to get wet feet to get it. It was worth it. I don't mind taking one for the team. If I don't get it, I might not be able to get that anymore. I'm not going swimming in my suit. All right. I think I'm going to have to chalk that up as a law. Oh, here we go. Cool. Nice. Awesome. Yeah, I thought that was going to go. Now I want to show you how water seeks level, but I gotta go ahead and put my globe somewhere that it doesn't just go flying away. Here, let's do it like this. Water seeking its level. It's just what it does. Those won't blow away. So the chair is kind of like my workstation. This is like 12-mile-an-hour wind now coming out of the northeast. It was coming out of the northwest. The x-axis is the horizon, no curve. No curve. No curve. It's a ball buster. The horizon is a ball buster. So is reality. How about that? Isn't that special? The reflections, the sea level liquid mirror that is. It's a ball buster. It's a ball buster. Doesn't stick to a ball, doesn't stick to my boot. It's the way it is. It's reality. People come from all over to enjoy this. It's awesome. So I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and post this in a little bit, convert it to a YouTube video. I am going to zoom in on some other aspects out here, let you see what it looks like. So it's actually just not about the shape of the earth. That's not what I'm all about. What I'm all about is exposing the reality of the world that we live in. And the reality of that is that a lot of people are deceived, and by irony and paradox, they don't know it. Once you wake up to that reality, then you're not deceived about that anymore. So if you believe I'm deceived, go ahead and let me know. about any of it. My theology, sociology, cosmology. Be nice, or I might have to mute you, but I am interested in having somewhat of an interaction. It's just I'm not into these long, arduous debates with somebody when they want to try and take over my profile as their soapbox, their platform. But you can private message me any of your concerns. If you've got a grandstand and show everybody else how smart you are, I might just have to mute you though. And if you want to show me what you believe to be evidence of the globe, or that vaccines are good, or that we landed on the moon, any of the stuff you want to help enlighten me, go ahead and send me links. I don't mind. I don't mind looking at the information. See, a lot of this I've already really evaluated. And, you know, there's a lot of issues that really are not major issues, but what I would say is the fact that people are basing their eternity in many cases on a lie. I had a pot-smoking science teacher that was hip and cool and funny and all of that. He helped me to become addicted to marijuana. Not that he gave it to me, he just validated it by his humorous disposition and his lack of belief in God. Because if there is no God, hey, just do your own thing, man. Just have a blast, because you're just going to be worm food, right? No, there's the physical us, and then there's the spiritual that goes on for eternity. We're all eternal beings having a temporary human experience. How about that? Where will you spend eternity and why? So I've got an audio Bible playlist that you might enjoy, or not. You can mute it if you don't want to hear the Bible or what I have to say. The reality, though, is I want to just show what I believe to be important, and that is the need to be born again, and then what does that look like, or not? What if it hasn't happened? Well, then I would say bummer for you or the people around you. I've got family members that are, I don't believe, born again yet. And I hope that they will be. Friends and family. See, some people, well, that's weird when it's angled. Some people will say, you're not supposed to judge. Well, Scripture actually says those that are claiming to be children of God, that are actually born again, should live a certain way. And if they're not doing that, something wrong with that. For me, it said I wasn't born again yet. So I thought I was born again until I actually was. That's the quick little response I'll sometimes give to somebody. I don't have a standard, this is what I say when I meet people. A lot of times when they come up to me, they'll ask me if I've got a YouTube channel, and I'll say yeah, and I'll say, you can stick this where the sun shines. It's a sticker. And then I've got my contact information here too. Some people go, oh, it's a religious thing. Well, it's a truth thing, and God is the one who decides what the truth is, best I can tell. He determines it, and He writes that code on our heart. When I was in high school, I knew of classmates that were really mean to animals. They would torture them. And I'm thinking, wow, that's just really weird. I'm not that kind of guy. Why is that? Did they grow up to be really wicked people? I mean, you can look at like Jeffrey Dahmer. What happened with him? Well, he would do wicked things to animals and then people, right? So there's been a lot of decadent behavior in humanity. We've got people, dictators or despots that have perpetrated wickedness on humanity, like Stalin or Pol Pot or Adolf Hitler. There's a lot of opinions on what's real, what really happened. Are they telling us the true story? And that's one of the challenges, is to determine what the truth is. I'm convinced it's only by God's grace that anybody can love and believe the truth, let alone find it, even when it's right in front of you. That's what I told Logan Paul. He put his, let me see if I can pull one out here. Yeah, I got it. He put one of my truth stickers on his forehead at the Flat Earth Conference, and the reverberations through the trailer he did for his upcoming documentary, you can hear that. The truth will set you free. I'll hashtag his name, and I have. I'll invite you to like his page. You can maybe interact or comment or see what people are saying about him, or Shane Dawson or Donald Trump or Bill Gates. Some people are doing good things, some people are doing bad things. I asked people to like pages, not necessarily because you like them, it's because you can keep an eye on them or let them know that you're there. That's part of the dynamic. What I did with like with the video, I didn't like the video where the guy is saying the Logan Paul video should be age restricted because they're deceiving people, or Logan, he's anticipating Logan will, or I will. Show me all your globe proof. Supposed proof. You got none. It's all science fiction. I know that. That's why on one of my videos it was Flat Earth debate anyone. I would debate anybody. I don't care who they are. When Donald Trump is talking about having Space Force, it's like, hello? You're pushing this fake space agenda? So you might be all excited about Donald draining the swamp. Sounds like he wanted to fill it up again with the fake space trip crap. How about that? I'm gonna go ahead and flip this around. So how do you know who's who? How will you know? Because it's very complicated. There's a clever deception being perpetrated on humanity, leveraging artificial intelligence, the interconnectivity of the internet, high-powered technology, social media, all of that. One of the creators of Facebook said, he feels so terrible about what he did. People are going to that dopamine dispenser to get approval. I get approval from God for doing what He created me to do, now that I don't have the dopamine blocker that I was given, because I'd be a little too happy. And then the Prozac made me way whacked out. Tried killing myself on it. That's why and that was like 15 years ago, 2005. That's why I'm exposing this stuff. Very few people break out of the pharmaceutical straitjacket and tell everybody else to just deal with it. Not taking the drugs, not putting the drugs in me, legal or illegal. Had enough. Been there, done that. Barely survived it. How about that? So that's what you're dealing with me. I'll do what I believe Jesus created me to do, and everybody else can just deal with it. If you want details on that, I've got a lot of content where I explain it. You can call me anytime if you want, or use Messenger if you want to. You can Skype me with, my Skype handle is YouTube Truth. And this is Robert Forsch. I do actually appreciate, I've got a PayPal option if you want to help out. I've had to buy the wind chimes. I have to buy the stuff to do what I do. This is not a profit thing. I'm not in it for the money. I take money that I get to invest it in people's eternity. That's why I'm doing this. So when I do a live Facebook broadcast, I'll get people that interact with me that I wouldn't otherwise get if I just post to YouTube. That's why I do it. So it's a little weird because I'm looking at two different cameras here. The lenses are at different heights, different views. What I did do is added a Sennheiser surround sound to my iPhone 10. I think it works great. Even though you'll hear some wind, it's actually kind of cool because it lets you hear more of what it's really like. You know, we can see the effects of the wind, but we can't see the wind. Okay, so here's what happened. This hourglass was at the Flat Earth Conference. I've been using it for a while now. That's the sand on the outside, obviously. Okay, so what I'm going to do, let me flip that around. It'll do it over and over again. I've got some extended videos where I don't say a word. I just zoom in on stuff. Show you birds and people and that from a long ways away. See, the water is flat. That's that. That's how it works. It matters because the truth matters. So the advantage I have here is I'm at sea level, and I'll keep showing that. Yesterday I didn't know I was going to do that. I've had it where I could hang the globe on there. I've done that. But this I think is really interesting because we're looking at just the dynamics of the sand seeking its level through the atmosphere inside the hourglass. Nice and dry in there. It doesn't get humidity, or it doesn't condensate. So you can get a wind chime if you want. They're pretty. I love them. It can be a conversation piece. I've been doing this for years with the wind chime. There's the vertical on the x-axis in contrast. The digital grid on the camera makes it real obvious there's no curvature. That's part of, I knew that before I got the P900 that I did a lot of my initial video and photography with. I actually started out with an iPhone. One of the things that we can see is the symmetry of the reflections, the tapestry of light. Even though the beach is slightly tipped, it's still reflecting. It's a sea level liquid mirror. So you can look at videography and photography from all over the world, if you care to. Because that's where there's a compilation of evidence of the reality that we live in. So I'm a few minutes from the end of the broadcast. I'm going to let this run on out and probably keep commentary to a minimum. See what clues you can see. Oh, by the way, I'll tell you what I did with this. This is a car mount that I cut the piece of metal and put it on there with Gorilla Tape, in case you want to know. Kind of a cool thing. Thank you so much for your encouragement, your public and private support, and sharing the work that I do. You might want to explore my content and see what you might like to add to a playlist that you have. My liked video playlist has over 1,850 videos. I've produced a portion of them, and there's documentaries that expose what I'm talking about. Thank you so much.